Anthropic just dropped Fable 5, which is their public version of the Mythos large language model, and this announcement is huge. And in this video, I want to show you the power of Fable 5 in action. So I gave it the task of cloning an app that is worth $10 billion to see how well it would do, and the results are absolutely crazy. I'm not even gonna overhype this, but it's kind of mad what it did. And so stick around if you want to see the kind of crazy capability of this model. In this video, we're going to break down how you can start using Fable 5 from Anthropic today, answer the question of can it clone a $10 billion app, and talk a little bit about what this means for the future of AI, because this has huge implications on the capability of these AI tools in the future. If you don't know me, my name is Chris, and for the last 15 years, I've been designing apps and advising startups on product and design. And if you are building apps and you want to keep up with the latest in AI, then I have a community helping people do exactly that, where you'll learn not only how to build applications using AI, but also how to design them and how to get real customers. And as you'll see from Fable 5, this is where the real skill comes into play. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video and show you exactly what happened when I cloned a $10 billion app with Mythos, aka Fable 5 from Anthropic. So before I actually show you the app that Fable 5 created, I want to show you, we're just in Claude code in the desktop app at the moment, and I've got this set to Fable 5 Max. And so if you do want to start using Fable 5, you can just go into the Claude desktop app or into the Claude website if you're just using it with chat. But if you want to use it with Cowork and Code, which is where I would recommend you start using Fable 5 because the capabilities are absolutely crazy, is to use it inside of Cowork and Code in the Claude desktop app. And you're going to have access to it through this drop down. Now, one thing to be aware of is that access to Claude Fable 5 is only going to be part of your Claude subscription up until June the 22nd, after which you're going to be billed on an API cost, which is going to be so much more expensive than using us on your subscription. So use it now for building any projects that you want to build. This is the time to get started with Fable 5. This is the time to use it when you're using it against your subscription usage. This is the time to get the most out of it. But I don't want to dig into Fable 5 and its capabilities and how you should or shouldn't use it too much, because I'm going to do a separate video on that. What I want to show you here is whether it actually managed to clone this $10 billion app or not from this simple prompt. And the results here are pretty crazy, but I'll let them speak for themselves. So the prompts that I put in here, and this is literally the first test that I did with Fable 5 as well, is I sent this prompt off to Fable 5 to see what it could do. And I took the highest value app software company that I thought would be pretty difficult to build, which is Notion. So we're trying to recreate Notion here basically from scratch. And I thought for a lot of people, if you're working, if you're working your own projects, or if you're working in a business or you run a business, something that you might want to create is your own version of Notion with a bunch of customized tools inside of it, so that you can kind of create your own workspace for yourself without needing to pay for a Notion subscription. For example, you're kind of rebuilding your own software for your business or for your own projects. So what the prompt that I sent off here is, I want you to build a Mac OS desktop app. This should be an app that lets you create custom pages with tables, text, images, and more, exactly like Notion. Use Convex for the database. No need for authentication, as I'm just going to use this for my own work. You decide the tech stack and implementation. The app should allow me to build my own custom workspace of pages, tables, and more, just like Notion. So research Notion before you start building. Please build the full app, make it incredible and a professionally designed product, and make sure everything works. This is like the most vibe codey of vibe codey prompts that you could possibly send without saying make no mistakes. But I'll be honest, this actually works with Fable 5, which is the crazy thing here. And so what Fable 5 did then was it spent a ton of time going off and doing research. It honestly spent about 10 minutes just thinking before it even did anything. And this is one of the things to know about Fable 5, is that it does take a lot longer to do tasks, but it's going to think things through really, really in detail before it actually starts doing anything. So it's basically figured out the plan, figured out how it needs to build this, set the application up as an Electron app, and also note here that we're building a desktop app. We're not building this as a web app. So we're just creating our own desktop app that we can use on our own computer. It would research the brand, the editor modules, the database system, the different modals that are needed inside of the product, and it's set up the servers as well. It's marked the build phase is done. It's taken a screenshot here of the actual app that it's built. Now, this is a screenshot of the app that it's built. I don't know about you, but I don't think I could tell the difference really between this and actually Notion, which is crazy. That is insane. It says the menu looks right, grouped with icons and shortcut badges. It's gone and done a bunch of testing in the browser, taken screenshots, fed that back to itself, fixed any issues that came up. It's got light mode, it's got dark mode, and I'm going to show you the actual application here because this chat thread is really, really long for it actually building the application. It built it fully, got the app up and running. There was one issue when it built it, which I had to prompt it for. So this has built this clone in just 2 simple prompts. No spec, no PRD, no roadmap, no complex setup, just these 2 prompts. I asked it to basically go through the app again and fix any issues you find, including this one that I noted, so that I can start to create pages and use the app. And it's gone back, it's fixed all of this, and then given me an actual application that I can use that is a clone of Notion. So let me show you what this clone actually looks like and test it so that we can see if it works or not. Now, this is the app that it created, which is literally just Notion. Like, this is crazy. I don't understand how it's done this so well. Like, if you ask me, is this Notion or not? I would say, yes, this is Notion. It looks so close to exactly what Notion is. And not only is it just like a UI here, this is using a convex backend. This is set up with an actual backend and database, which is running on. Now, the database is running locally at the moment, but you could set this up as a convex project in the cloud just as easily. And I can not only like edit all of these things and go to this in the app, this inline control here, like add in another element of all of this list of elements, which is exactly the same as Notion, like a bulleted list, table, heading 3, to-do list. We can add all of these things here. I can even highlight this and change the styling of this to a different text type. So we can change this to heading 3. I can undo that. It's even got an animation for changing the font sizes here. It's just crazy. I can check these off. Like, I know this seems trivial, but this is absolutely mad to me. The fact that we can just create this. It's even got change cover and remove on the cover for the page here. I can change this emoji. It gives me an emoji picker, the exact same as Notion. I can browse all the emoji categories. I can even search for an emoji. The level of detail here is just insane. Like, I don't want to overhype this, but this is like a big deal when it comes to AI models and the capability. Now, obviously, this is incredibly expensive to run to be able to do this, but the fact that it's done this, like if I go to tasks here, we've got our different tasks. I can create different views of my tasks in this database, which is the same as a database in Notion. We've got all tasks, we've got a board, we've got a gallery set up. If I click on these are individual pages with these properties that I can add. With tags, priority, status, I can add an icon or add a cover here. And this is gonna let me do that. And then that's got the icon there. I've got filtering. I've got sort by. I can add a new filter here for like priority. And it's got even all of these selections. We can search. I can click new to add a new item to this and then create this new page here, which is under tasks. Even open this as a full page view. If I go back to tasks, I've got a reading list, which is this view, meeting notes. I can add a new page and I can add a new page from there. I can even go to settings here, change the settings in the mode. So we've got light mode here, which also looks incredibly good. And it's just Notion. It's mad. We've got all of these options in the top right here, so we can change it to serif or mono if we want to. Small text, so we can go smaller, or full width. All of these options. Move to trash as well. If I move that to trash, you can see we've got this pop-up in the bottom left, which looks really good. I can go to trash, and I've got these pages in trash. I can empty my trash, or I can restore this back to my private collection of pages here within my Notion clone. I have not done any design tweaks or anything on this at all. This has just done this from these 2 prompts that weren't even that detailed with no spec or anything. I just think this is absolutely insane. Like, for anyone building applications, you now can build a complete application from 1 or 2 prompts that not just works, but is actually good and actually has a ton of functionality out of the box that is on par with a lot of the best software that exists in the world. I can't keep saying this enough, but it is absolutely crazy. It's unbelievable that you can do this. I just think this is absolutely insane. If I do / here, we can add in an image. I can upload my image, embed my image. All these blocks work. I can delete this. I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely crazy. Change the color of this. We'll delete this. I'll add this to favorites. It's going to show up in favorites there. That's the exact same way that it works in Notion. I just honestly add a database, add a subpage inside here, duplicate, move it to trash. It's honestly incredible the level of quality that you can get out of Fable 5, even with a simple prompt. So yeah, I want to break down like my thoughts here on Fable 5 a little bit more, because I think like now that Fable 5 can do this, there's a question in terms of how do you actually build things that people want? How do you build something that's good? And how do you build something that, you know, you could launch as a business or run as part of your business? I think the demand for the amount of software that people want is going to increase massively now that we can reach this level of quality in just a couple of prompts in building software. And I think the question that you should be asking if you're building applications, if you're building software, is not what can I do? It's what should I do? What should you build? What is the right thing to build? What is the right idea for you to build? And what is something that can actually provide value for someone or what is something that can actually provide value for you rather than just trying to go with whatever the opportunity is at any given moment in time. Like, turn your expertise into something that can help people actually achieve something. And the difficult part of building applications and software now is not the actual building part. That is pretty much done. We've got it here. You can use Fable 5. If you had the money, if you can do this, you can clone Notion and it did this in 45 minutes. That's the insane part of this. 2 prompts, 45 minutes. The difficult part now is choosing the right thing to build, choosing the right idea, and then finding people who want to use it. Distribution, taste, design, and the quality of your idea. These are the 3 things that are key to building applications and software that people will actually want to use. And this is also the exact things that I teach as well. Because my background is working with startup founders and as a designer leading design teams. And I'm so happy that you can build software this easily now, because it means that there is so much more value for people still in learning these skills of finding the right idea, figuring out distribution, and designing a product that people will actually love to use. And with that said, let's get into my final thoughts on this. So as you can see, Fable 5, aka Mythos, is absolutely insane when it comes to building incredibly complex, functional, working software, even from just 2 prompts. And we've basically cloned an app that is a $10 billion business in 2 prompts and 45 minutes. And I'm not even just saying that. That's not hyperbole. It's literally what we did. And it looks great and everything works. Now we have a window now between the people who realize this is possible and the products that you can create and actually build and make money with. And so your opportunity is now, your window is now. If you want to build applications and software, if you want to build products and you want to actually make a difference in people's life with software, then now is the time to build it. Because this is a step change in what is possible with these AI models. And not even from a hype point of view. Like, the fact that I could do this is genuinely shocking to me. And I'm just amazed at what is possible to build with Fable 5 off the back of this. And I have so many ideas for products that I'm going to build and take away and actually go and build off the back of this. But there is a couple of things to be aware of with Fable 5. Of course, if you are starting to use it and experiment with it on your Claude subscription, number one is that it's incredibly expensive. And so it's now more important than ever to make sure you're really clear about building the right thing. So spend a lot of time, even with cheaper models like Opus, to really figure out exactly what you want to build before you go away and build something. Because Fable 5 will be able to build a very complex, very complete product for you. It will cost a lot of money, but if you know exactly what you want to build and you've validated that and you've got a good idea first, and that is something that I can help you with as well. If you're interested in doing that over in my community, come up with a solid spec with Opus before you go into building with Fable 5, and then let Fable 5 build that foundation of the product entirely for you in just a few prompts. And I didn't even use the goal feature here, and that is also what's so crazy about this. As I mentioned, if you are building with AI and you do want to learn how to build a product that people actually want and get it into the hands of real paying customers, I do have a community for that over at school.com/AI apps. So you can click the link in the description down below to find out more and join the community there. Join a bunch of other people building with Fable 5 and experimenting with what it can do. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.